Alright, hey everybody, Evan here from devascend.com, and in this video we're going to cover slots. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a card component. We're just going to call this card.svelte, and then we're going to create our 3 tags here, like so. And now we actually are going to take this card styling here, and go ahead and copy that, and we're going to paste it in our style tag here. And we're going to go ahead and add the class name of card to our div. And I'm going to go ahead and remove our import of button here at the top, and our button in our main tag. I'm going to remove our function here, and I'm going to remove our button as well. So now we have a fresh plate to start out with. I'm going to go ahead and first import that card component we just made. So I'm going to say import card from card.svelte, and we're just going to put it in our main tag here. And now I'm actually going to have a starting and closing tag because we're going to actually want to put some content within our card. Now previously we always put content directly inside our component, like maybe say we wanted to put a p tag or something and say something like test. But however, what if we wanted to add that content directly into the file that we're importing that component from? Well, typically we did something like maybe a prop name, and we set it equal to some sort of text, and that's traditionally how we did it. However, there's another way we can do this, because say we wanted to add some HTML, well, we can't really put HTML inside our prop here because it's simply just a string. So the way we can actually put an HTML element as a child is by using something called slots. So let's say I wanted to put this is our card as a p tag, and it's a child of our card. If we go to our browser, we're going to see that there is nothing inside our card because we haven't actually added a slot for this p tag to be placed inside our card. Svelte doesn't know where exactly it should put that p tag, so we actually have to specify to Svelte where we want that p tag or whatever we put to be placed inside of our element. So in order to specify where to place that, all we have to do is type slot and then our closing slot tag. And now if I save this and we go to our browser, we're going to see this is our card. So basically what Svelte did was say, okay, I see that there is a child inside this card component here that we're importing. I'm going to take this child and I'm going to put it inside this slot tag here. And the slot tag tells Svelte exactly where to put this child element here. And of course, if we wanted to add multiple elements, we could. So let's say maybe I want to add a button that just says test button. Now we can see that it added the test button as well to our card, because again, the slot basically just takes in everything that is within inside our card component here. So let's create a div here. And this div is going to surround our p tag here. I accidentally placed a backslash. And we're going to also add a h3 tag. And this h3 tag is just going to basically say card. So it's going to say h3 card, and then p tag, this is our card, and then the button. That's how it should show up, right? Well, that's exactly how it did. However, what if we wanted to change the order that this shows up inside of our card? Maybe say I wanted the button to be on top. Well, I could just move this button up and place it above this div. However, there's actually another way we can do this, is we can actually put a prop on here. The prop is called slot, and we're going to set it equal to button. And this text inside here can be whatever you want to name it. I'm just naming it button. And if we go to our card.svelte, I'm going to add another slot on top of here. And this slot is going to have a prop called name, and we're going to set it equal to what we set the slot here to be, which is button. And now if I go ahead and save this and go to our browser, we're going to see now test button shows up at the top where everything else shows below, even though our button is at the bottom here when we're putting it inside of our card component. And the reason for that is because when we put our slots inside of our card on our card component, this specifies where exactly we are importing that piece of HTML element inside of our component. So just like I have it on the top here, if I wanted to put it on the bottom and we go to our browser, it's going to show up at the bottom. So the next thing I want to point out is this regular slot here. So the way Svelte knows to put this piece of HTML element into this slot here is because when you have a slot that has no name property, it's going to take every single piece of HTML element that does not have this slot property, and it's going to bundle that all together into this slot tag here. So if I were to add another div, let's just put it below our button just so you can see what's going on. If I put another div and maybe say it's an h4, this is below everything. If I go ahead and save that and we go to our Svelte app, you're going to see it's going to put it still below our first div that we have here, but it's going to put it above the button, which we have right here, because again, this empty slot tag is going to take every single one of our elements that do not have this slot property, and it's going to bundle it all together into this one slot. slot. And just keep in mind, these don't have to be just divs. It will take any HTML element. So if I just had the H3 and P tags here with no surrounding div or whatever, it's still going to work the same exact way. But that is basically how you use slots. You can use them to position things a specific way. They're very useful for specifying how you want each HTML element to display inside your component. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, or you could join the devascend Discord server, and either myself or someone else will be able to help you out there. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.